So you're a brand new agent or maybe a veteran agent, and you're wondering what are some things that I need to do to be able to find success. You're maybe sick and tired of all the rah-rah that you're hearing out there, and you want to know what are the realities of a simple business because my friends, 90% of the agent force fails. Sacrifice is needed. And if you don't sacrifice for what you want in this space, what you say you want is actually the sacrifice. There's no easy street in this business, but the business is very simple. So if you've got pen and paper, we're going to do a deep dive into some things that maybe you're not told about an industry that can be dynamic. You can make a lot of good money in this industry, but you can also make $0. So we're going to dive into the nitty gritty so that you can have the best chance of success and survival. And before I go into this, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the industry, and I'm so blessed to partner and recruit agents nationally to align here to sell life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And I appreciate you joining with me. And I'm so proud of you if you're an insurance agent on this journey to success. I hope this video is time well spent for you. So first off, number one, you've got to be very intentional about your decision. You got to be decisive as a brand new or a veteran insurance agent. You can't say, I'm going to try to do this. No, do it already. All right. In the words of Yoda, do or do not. There is no try. Insurance agents that die in this industry are ones that aren't disciplined, aren't determined, and don't follow through with what they say they're going to do. You must do. This is an industry that's a performance based business. You want to be a performer, you want to get paid. We got to put in the work. This is not a business that will work out for you if you don't work the business. So indecision is a decision in and of itself that you chose. You've got to really own these decisions so that you can have a chance of making it. So being one that's very intentional and methodical is very important to you having a chance of making money. All right. Now, number two is you've got to get yourself into a position where you capitalize on the opportunity. You can't expect to be perfect from Jump Street. All right. When you're a brand new agent or even a veteran agent, maybe diving into a new space, you got to be okay to be the new guy. You got to have good mentors. You've got to have good folks around you that are going to really coach you and help you and hone you to be the best that you know you have a chance of becoming. Look at Tiger Woods. All right. Look at Beyonce. She has a voice coach. Look at people that are extremely gifted in football. Guess what? They've got a coach that speaks into their ear. Look at NASCAR drivers that are going around the racetrack. They've got somebody up in their ear speaking at them, yelling at them, giving them tips and active things to engage with that they deploy to have a chance of getting the wins. They have coaches and mentors. That's why it's so important to vet your trainer, vet your agency, make sure they've done it, okay, successfully. As an insurance agent, you don't want someone giving you advice on, oh, here's how you become a black belt, but I'm behind my desk all day. Come on. This happens so much in this industry, the smoke and the mirrors of the industry. And I'm so blessed to have been successful in this space as an insurance agent for over 20 plus years. This is powerful for you, but you've got to make sure that you don't sell yourself short by maybe attaching yourself to an organization that treats you like an organism instead of a very special person that really needs just a little bit of coaching, just a little bit of help so that you can have the best chance of survival. You'll never get past the level of potentially where your mentor's been. You can go farther than that. But you've got to have a mentor that invests in you in the beginning because let me tell you, Rome wasn't built in a day. And to experience the realities of this industry, you want to be able to mitigate some pain because they've been through some things. Doing this 20 years, let me tell you, I can give you a lot of good things to avoid, but more importantly, some things to dive into with decisiveness because you want to make it. And your mentor has a vested interest in you succeeding. And you got to be real careful and cautious of folks that are mentoring you that have really not made any significant money in this industry. All right. Iron sharpens iron, and you want someone that can help you iron out things to make it as smooth as possible. But once again, my friends, this business is not easy. Simple it is, easy it is not. Now, you've got to understand you're going to go through a season. All right. Just like spring, summer, fall, and winter. In this industry, when you're brand new, specifically in your first month or two of diving into something that's new to you or something that you've never done, you've got to understand it takes about 30 days to develop a habit. And a habit is not fun to develop, just like going to the gym. So many people, they call it quitter's day, right? About 14 days in, see ya, gym's back in, just fine and open. The quitters quit on themselves before they left the gym. That is so important that when you get into this industry, you've got to really embrace the reality of I want to be a seasoned agent. And if I want to be seasoned, just like a good cast iron pan, I'm going to have to go through the difficult times, the hot times, the heavy times, the times when you don't believe in yourself. Hot, cold. You feel like you're in, you're out. You've got to once again be intentional about everything you do because this industry is an action oriented business. You want to get paid, you got to perform. And if you want to perform, you've got to put the work in. You've got to put the hours in. You'd be amazed how many agents say they want full-time success and then have a tough time swallowing the fact that they didn't even have a chance of getting paid because they didn't even put 40 hours in. You've got to put the work in if you want even a possibility of the business to work out, but you're going to go through difficult seasons when you first start. Oh, that call didn't go according to plan. Let me change some things real quick. And you're new, you're changing things that are going to change the course of your career forever because you don't know what you don't know. Just like someone trying to season a cast iron pan and wondering why everything's sticking to the darn thing. Well, you didn't do just a couple little things in the right order to have a chance of making that pan be the best thing on the planet. You've got to go through some things, which sometimes looks like a little bit of struggle bus before you are now one that's like Teflon and nothing sticks to you. It's an amazing thing when you make it in this industry, but learning a new habit, embracing the suck, getting through all these little things that really can tangle you if you let them. This is why having a mentor in your life is so important. Tiger Woods has one, Beyonce has one, NASCAR drivers have one, Mike Tyson has one. All right. Now, we're not going to talk about the fight that looked like it was fixed. Okay. What do you think in the comments below, by the way? Getting to the Mike Tyson thing. What do you think? Okay. You brave enough? Put it in the comments below. I think it was a farce. All right. But the next thing I want to share with you in insurance sales that maybe you're not being, okay, given some transparency on is the ideal career really doesn't always look ideal. Sometimes it's an ordeal. It's a chargeback. All right. You get this, you're get ready to like charge hell with a squirt gun. You're brand new. Wow. I'm going to make six figures in my sleep. I got shined on thinking that everybody's going to call me and I'll have a full calendar and I'm going to just have massive cash flow and I can work 3 hours a day, kind of BS. Let me tell you, that's not the reality of the industry. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get taken out because you thought cheap, easy, free was for you. This industry looks like hard work, especially at first, but an ideal career is one that you know how to handle the ordeals that happen, like rebuttals. Are you really ready? Or are you going to let it rock you? You can't let the little things become the big things. You cannot major in the minors. When you have a small chargeback or you get told no, next, 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 know that you've got a good mentor that you can kind of vent to so that you can get it out of your system. You want to be one that can have a smile on your face when you're going through the struggle because maybe your mentor's been there. It's so important. All right. But you got to trust the process. You've got to trust the pain and you've got to have structure to be safe. Avoid cheap, easy, and free. That's the biggest way to get yourself beeped up in an industry that you're trying to make bucks in. Quick and easy isn't healthy. This is no different than you diving into McDonald's every friggin' day and thinking that you're going to not be fat. Okay. You can't take the easy way, the quick way, and think that somehow it's going to be magical for you. So many insurance agents get shined on thinking they can just snap fingers, not put the practice in, and somehow be a top paid performer. You've got to put the practice in. You've got to practice. You got to drill. You got to rehearse. You got to embrace the struggle. You got to embrace the pain before you see profitability. It's part of the industry. You've got to stay grounded in fundamentals. Stay grounded in your script. A lot of agents that fail get away from their script. The moment that struggle happens, they shy away from it and slouch. You've got to stand up tall, my friends. You've got to remain in your assignment, remain in your purpose to make people's lives over that phone or face to face better than when you found them. And that means you've got to face yourself in the mirror and go, you know what? Maybe it's me today. I've got to just put a little bit of more into this. If I want to make money, you've got to chase the truth, my friends, not chasing the quick fix. You're going to fix yourself by putting yourself through a 5-day telemastery program or diving into the mentorship that we provide our agents that partner here. It's so important. You've got to be intentional about the pain. You've got to be intentional about the movement. You've got to be intentional about the fact that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. You've got to have the thorns if you want to have the rose, right? You got to know that, you know what, you're going to get stuck sometimes and it's going to hurt. You're not going to die in this industry unless you stop doing. That's why I say, in the words of Yoda, do or do not. There is no try. Don't think about what you're going to do. Do it. Take action. Action will fix so many problems in this industry. It has a honing effect because that hustle muscle is very valuable to you. And I can't train tall in basketball. Wish I could. All right. But you've got to be active and you've got to have intentionality in everything you do if you want to make it. I've done this 20 years, my friends, just trying to give you some tips that have taken me far. And I had a mentor that was very powerful in my career early on. I had a coach that was just phenomenal. I owe a lot to that man. He's since passed away, which is, boy, I'm just blessed to have been there in the time that he was on this planet. He gave a lot to me. So, investing into yourself and implementing what you've invested into is very important. Once again, be intentional about your business. Nobody should care more about your business than you. And if you're struggling, maybe you're thinking the free 99 program is for you. You're going to give away your business. You're not going to own and control your block of business. Well, if you're not going to invest and implement into your business yourself, you gave away the business to somebody else who was ready to do so. You've got to find success, but you've got to find yourself in the struggle if you want to have the best chance of survival. The moment you give away your business, you gave away everything. And that's why I say, if you're not prepared to sacrifice for what you say you want, what you truly want became the sacrifice. Agents that join captive insurance agencies or free lead programs where your IMO, your FMO owns the business and they pay you instead of the carrier paying you. That's a painful lesson, my friends. You're going to be finding success, hopefully, because you've got strategic moves, you're disciplined, you're decisive, you got habits, and you have good coaches and mentors in your corner that are truly successful to help you capitalize. The business, my friends, doesn't look like unicorns and rainbows. But if you want to find success, you got to embrace the struggle. Know that you're going to survive, you're going to make it because you're that top 8% in the nation that knows they can be the best life insurance agent on the planet when they put in the work, because most people don't and most people won't make it. And you don't want everybody to make it. This is a performance based business. You want to have the best chance of making big bucks, triple digit compensation like what we provide agents. Let me tell you, this is powerful for you, but you've got to put in the work. You got to take the risk and you've got to just rip off the Band-Aid when the ows happen of, oh, they told me no. Don't ride the wambulance. All right? That doesn't work well. Ride like a warrior into battle and know that, you know what? I'm going to help the next person. I'm going to get on that next sales call because I have what it takes. Believe in yourself, my friends. Sometimes the biggest enemy that defeats agents is right between the old ears, that little squishy thing. It's been something that a lot of agents can struggle with when you don't have a mentor that can just speak life into you in this life insurance industry. It's an inherent negative industry. And I want you to know this before you dive in, thinking that everybody's just going to open up their wallets and purses and say, I can't wait to purchase from you. Biggest lie in the books. You're there to sell and solve problems, not to be a pushy insurance salesman. Insurance agents, boy, I tell you, we're just a little higher than a cockroach and a car salesman when we first start off. That first 90 seconds of a sales call is a little bit of a dogfight, but once you're past that 90 seconds, you've got a lot of grace. Everything gets a lot smoother. So if we can do anything to serve you, or if you need a good work family to call a home, jasonfinalexpense.com. We'll give you lots of free resources on the website, as well as just continue to drop good content with you and for you that I hope takes you far, no matter what work family you call a home. If we can do anything to serve you, let us know. And remember, my friends, you've got what it takes. We'll see you soon.